Hi. Today I'm going to be playing a game called Quasimorph, which is a science fiction roguelike, I want to say. I always get the two genres confused, roguelike and roguelite. But when I say roguelike, I mean that this is like a turn-based dungeon crawler, like Rogue, the original Rogue, and NetHack, neither of which I've personally played, but I've played a couple, like genuine rogue-like games. Again, hoping I'm using the right term. But this game, Quasimorph, is also billed as an extraction shooter, like Escape from Tarkov. If you're not familiar with the genre, death is common and expected, but there is like this sort of meta progression where when you die, you lose your gear, but you kind of keep your life. And a big part of the meta progression that you, I think, find present in more modern roguelikes and roguelites is the accumulation of more and better gear that you can take with you to tackle more difficult, levels or maps. And yeah, I've played, I want to say about 20-25 hours of this game. So this won't be my first rodeo in Quasimorph, but I haven't played in about a year, and there've been a couple of pretty significant updates, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what changed. So I'm going to be playing. You can see I did a little bit of experimenting about a month ago, got absolutely smacked. So what I want to do is a new game. I'll just trash this. So I'm going to be doing a new save. And I'm going to be doing the unfair difficulty, which is, which I found out a month ago is genuinely quite unfair. It's no joke. I'm actually going to customize it just a little. I believe there is a setting I saw. Yeah, difficulty curve. Oh, no, it's already on. Oh, no, yeah. So I'm going to pick unfair and enable the difficulty curve just to make the starting experience a little smoother. But besides that, everything else is going to be true to unfair. And I'll explain this after this cutscene.
Humanity is written in tears and blood. Liars, tyrants, idealists. They all tried to bring happiness on the edge of a sword. We waited for liberation from the shackles of fate, and were ready to go through the last judgment for it. Not for the glorious death for the eternal kingdom, love, or the Lord, but for a way to step off the path of suffering. But when the apocalypse came, we shrugged our shoulders and started profiting from it as usual. The creatures lurking in the depths of space didn't seem scarier than our own world. Armed with the hope that the darkest hour comes before dawn, we try to survive until the first rays of the sun.
Yes, that's that intro cutscene really sets the scene. We're in this dystopian spacefaring society. I think some of that was actually new. I don't remember that eyeless floating corpse doing a cartwheel in 0G. It has been a while. Yeah, so I'll read some of this dialogue. So this is Jane. I don't actually know if she's AI or not. I think she could be. Maybe she's an actual person aboard your ship. She says, "Good morning, boss. Let's first restore memory after the diapause. Diapause. I don't know if that's a real word. Diapause. I'm going to guess it's like I just came out of cryostasis or something. So during the ANCOM mission on Venus, we awakened a Quasimorph named Testlon. So this game actually had a demo way back, like 3 years now, during a Steam Next Fest. And it was actually a little bit different from the actual game. So it's, I wonder if you can still find it, but it was like basically like a prequel to the full game, and in that game you basically did it was an AdCom mission on Venus where you accidentally awakened a Quasimorph named Testlon. Quasimorphs are like these aliens with different dimension, I want to say, and they're pretty spooky. Um, they're I know there's like different what's the word, like not like factions, different almost like species of Quasimorphs now. And Quasimorph is the name of the game, so you know you're going to be seeing a lot of them. And Testlon is like he's like this alien god. He's kind of has like this Aztec or Mayan aesthetic going on. I think you can kind of get that from the name itself. I don't know what's up with that. It might just be like this chariot of the god situation where the implication is that Testlon was responsible for the big part of that ancient Mesoamerican culture being what it is. You know how like there are these conspiracy theorists. Some conspiracy theorists insist that no human from that time period could have constructed a ziggurat without guidance from these cosmic beings. Anyway, that was a huge sidetrack. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jane. So now that the Quasimorphs are still in our world, so now his Quasimorphs are still in our world, which is weird. There's no information in the news that we're involved, and meanwhile, corporates insist that Quasimorphosis is a fabrication and claim that Testlon is a provocation by civil resistance. Yeah, I don't think the devs are natively English, so a little bit. Some of the dialogue is a bit clunky. I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can. So there's like a bunch of different corporations like competing against each other. This is like a super neo-capitalist hellscape that we're living in Quasimorph. And what she's saying here is that one of these corporations is blaming the civil resistance, and like the idea that this alien is invading our reality is just the civil resistance trying to stir up not drama but stir something up. So now right now our ship is orbiting Phobos, and we have time to recover and figure out what to do next. So so this is like right off the heels of the prequel. And the supplies in the spacecraft are running low, and we need to find ourselves some new profitable ... Supplies on the spacecraft are running low, so we need to find some new profitable contracts. I wonder why I cut it off like that. You can scroll too. Anyway, we can start working for anyone and make them the dominant power in the system, or we can try to maintain the status quo for the sake of long-term profiting from this apocalypse. Oh yeah, so Quasimorph is like a pretty open-ended game. It's like a bit like a mix between a roguelike and I don't actually have a huge amount of experience with the genre I'm about to talk about, but like they're kind of like these economic driven trading games. The only one that I can think of that I've played is Mountain Blade. So the idea is that you are going to these locations and acquiring valuable trade goods and then trying to bring them to a different market and a different place to make as much of a profit as you can by selling or trading them there. And we can start by returning the ANCOM's PCPU from our cargo hold to its rightful owners. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it sounds like one of the valuable goods I was talking about. Or we can bring it to someone else, of course. And if we can land a mighty blow on Testlon, there's a chance that it has enemies on Venus, and they will contact us. It's up to you, boss. Yes, as I was talking about earlier, there are different factions of Quasimorph. Cool. Yeah, so that's the intro. I believe we're actually kind of still in like a tutorial state. But this is our ship, the HIS Magnum. I don't quite know what HIS stands for. Something interstellar, interspace, or interstellar ship. Yeah, then right now we're orbiting Phobos. These are the locations on Phobos. We got some ports, a station, a colony. But first, let's take a look at our spacecraft. This is the HRS Magnum control screen. From here, you can access the list of phone operations and the cargo hold. I think I can probably walk you through this better than Jane can. Yeah, so you have like these different. Okay, maybe I needed Jane's help. These are like ship modules. So you have navigation, which lets you go to different planets and moons and stuff. This research panel is actually new for me, so I don't really know what any of that entails, and I'm not going to bother going through it right now because it's more of a mid-game thing, and this video is just going to be ideally a single operation, so not too long. Yeah, so you have the navigation, you have engineering, where you craft new weapons, new armor, new medical items. You just craft supplies, really. Then you have research, where you use these like flash drives. They're not called flash drives, but I'm just going to call them flash drives. And you basically download data from them, and I guess you can use it once you unlock the research bay. You can start using them. And you have the hangar. Interesting. Hangar. That's new. Can't imagine why you need a hangar. But the two important ones are here: supply and cloning. These are the ones that we can actually use right now. So cloning. Cloning menu is actually up here. So these are operators. I guess we don't actually use cloning yet, but so when I said earlier that when you die, you don't like totally die, that's because you are actually in control of an army, a private army of clones. And you can produce these clones from the cloning bay, which we do not have unlocked on this unfair difficulty. So one of the big changes of unfair compared to the single difficulty that was present in the previous version I played is that if your clone dies, it is dead forever, and you need to print a new one. And in the previous version, that just happened automatically, but now we do actually have a limited number of lives, which is a huge change, especially for me, who, again, has never tried this new version. So also, as unfair, we have our starting operators random. So Kenzie Yukio, he's new, or she. I think it's a he, unless Kenzie is a nickname. So Kenzie. So you can see the operator stats. Nothing too crazy. You have health, melee damage, crit damage, strike accuracy. I think strike is just melee accuracy. Then you have ranged accuracy, so that's their accuracy with their guns. Dodge chance, 40% seems high, but trust me, it's not going to stay that high. I think every kilo of gear you're carrying reduces your dodge chance by that much. So if you're carrying 10 kilos, it's definitely not kilos of gear, but if you're carrying 10 units of weight of gear, you lose 10% dodge chance. Starvation limit, that might seem like a strange attribute or stat to have in a roguelike, but it's an important one in this game, and I'll get to that later. Sight range, then you have the pain threshold. Pain threshold also super important. I'll cover that later. And then you have the very last stat, which is unique for every operator. So Kenzie's is that weight affects dodge minus 50%. So when I said that if he was carrying 10 units of weight, he'd lose 10% dodge, he would actually only lose 5% dodge, I guess. Francis Reed Daly, that's a good one to have. He's actually in the non-randomized version starter pack. He's one of the starting operators. He's just kind of like your all-rounder, sort of Mario type. So his stats are all well-rounded, and his special ability is that his weapon durability lasts longer, which is really useful because weapon condition tends to degrade pretty fast. Like, you can't go through an entire operation using just one weapon. It's just not going to last that long. And even for Francis Reed Daly, I don't think that's going to be true, but at least he'll be able to not have to rely on like a crappy sidearm as much as some of the other operators will. And for that reason, I'm actually going to start with Francis Reed Daly. So let's see what classes we have. So we have Eclipse Blades, which I know is one of the starting classes that you'd normally have. It's melee oriented. Unfortunately, I don't think melee is that great, and especially not in unfair difficulty. But yes, each class gives you a couple perks. So cannibalism, if you eat human meat, you get a melee damage, a temporary melee damage bonus. If you kill someone with a melee weapon, you get a pretty large, pretty significant damage bonus. If you suffer a bleed, you actually just have passive regeneration. No, yeah. If you take a bleed, you do regenerate some of that health you'd lose. Athletics, sprinting has less of a penalty on your accuracy. Combat reflexes, just a higher dodge chance. And knife fight, you have higher melee accuracy. And there's Terror Pack, which I have never seen before. Cannibalism, okay, yeah, so some of the classes do share perks. So I guess Terror Pack is another melee-oriented one if it has cannibalism. Insanity, okay. I'm going to skip explaining this one. Axe Rage, okay, so instead of, what was it? Yeah, instead of knives, oh, this works for anything. But this one seems like it's axe focused. Higher amputation chance, higher chance of injury. Do not know what packed abilities are. Eating Gavok lets you enemy conversion, like a monk from Age of Empires. I don't know what this. So this is like the weird class, I think. So I guess I'll be going with the Eclipse Blades. Regen exceeding the pain threshold. Okay, yeah, I'm going to be going with Eclipse Blades, somewhat begrudgingly, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. Implants, that's new. Unfortunately, I don't have any implants. Oh, this must be that eCPU that we're talking about earlier. It's like I said, we have access to 2 of our ship modules. We have operators and our cargo hold. Cargo hold is just the inventory. And as far as starting gear goes, it's actually not too bad. The Storm TT is a decent starting gun. At least it used to be, but that might not be the case anymore. And then we have this barter or trade item. I usually like to put my trade items in the last tab. And we're going to actually exchange this right away. So we are going to access the galaxy map or system map. Right. We're in a star system. I think this is a mistake a lot of people make in science fiction, like space-based games, but galaxies are huge. Yeah, we're just in the solar system. Yeah, so Jane told us to give this to ANCOM. So we're going to look for a station, an uncontested station that is headed by ANCOM. So we have Planet Bridge on Charon Dock Bay. We have Forward MG on Kanan Terminal. So Moonlight and Zugzwang are currently contested, so we can't visit them without clearing it first. And we have Rogue City, which is owned by Civil Resistance right now. Okay, so unfortunately, we're going to have to fly away from Venus to find ANCOM. So Venus, actually Havoc, Mecta. These are quite far, so we're not going to go there. What's the closest right now? Is that Earth? No, that would be Mercury. Oh no, wait. Mercury, Venus. Oh, are we in Mars right now? We are in Mars. Okay. So let's see. SBN, Tianming, ANCOM. Here we go. So we're going to go to Rebus Sky City. 16-hour flight. Not a problem.
We'll leave it the way it is. And wait for us to come back home. Roger.
Yeah. So this is, I hope it's a loading screen, because the flight animation is a little bit unnecessary given how long it can take, because like that was a 16-hour flight. Some flights are like 30 days long. So RC, we're going to go with Francis, give him the secret data, and send him in. This is the shuttle animation. Yeah, so there was a hangar, so maybe the hangar lets you modify the shuttle. I just can't possibly see the how you could modify it in a meaningful way and the context of this game. But maybe again, I guess it has been a while. So Jane is telling us, since we conduct illegal activities, trade transactions between corporations and participants in the Dignitas market are not available to us. So that's basically her just giving us the in-universe lore justification for there not being like a currency. Everything is done through barters for us because we're black. We work on. We don't work. We don't play by the rules. Just put it that way. Yeah, so different stations require different goods. As soon as we bring them and unload them into the station warehouse, the station owners will be happy to exchange them for some of their own items. The course is certainly extortionate, but it's worth it. Yeah, so this is Theurgist, who's some ANCOM NPC. He's just telling us how to do the thing, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully he doesn't mind that we're nude. Okay, so this is the exchange area. We just drag the secret data there and we sell it. Like that. Yep, and we get all this. So we get a backpack, an item chip. Yeah, this is the flash drive I was talking about. You use this to unlock new clone patterns, unlock new item crafts, unlock new classes. Oh yeah, so valuable items such as production chips and mercenary mine chips justify the costs of using the shuttle. If you find something like this on a mission, we can evacuate as part of the standard procedure using the elevator or shuttle. So I believe she's saying that if you find a chip, one of these chips you can extract early in a mission. I don't think that's actually true on unfair difficulty. But if I find one, I'll try to see if we can get an early extract. So we got a pretty good weapon, the SR-78. Love it. Good ammo, 797 AP. And some repair kits. Thank you very much. So Theurgist is telling us, good work, mercenary. If you need contracts, we regularly distribute them through the SBN channels. Work for us and you will become rich. But if you stand in our way, the consequences will be dreadful. Yeah, we're going to be hearing that a lot. I'm going to guess every corporation we work with is going to try to threaten us into compliance. Just going to unload everything for now. And finish mission. Oh, Jane has more to say. I can't stand these corporates. Boss, what's next? It seems like you and Frank, that was the clone, have satisfied your sense of justice. We are free now. There's chaos all over the system. Taking advantage of the sudden appearance of Quasimorphs, the corporations have reshuffled the market. Stations change owners almost every day, and Testlon, who seems to favor us for its awakening, is squeezing the corporations on Venus. Civil resistance has been showing some furious activity around Mars. Maybe we should continue fighting against them if we get paid for it. There's no quasimorphosis on Mars, so it will be easier. We can start working for anyone and make them the mighty power in the system, or we can try to maintain the status quo for the sake of long-term profit from this apocalypse. Also, we can decide that Testlon is too big a threat to all humanity. We can start fighting against him, hoping that someone will join us. It's up to you, boss. So again, like I said, this game is pretty open-ended. You can, like, kind of do whatever you want. Earlier she mentioned that we can make one of these corporations a mighty power in the system. So these are military operations. These are, like, that's the meat of the game. Those are the missions. That's the dungeon crawling part. And each mission has a beneficiary and a victim. You can help either side, which wasn't always the case, so it's a nice change. Whichever side you help, if you complete the mission, they'll gain power. If you check the stock exchange, you can see every single faction. And as factions gain power, they probably gain a bunch of stuff. I don't want to say, I don't actually know that much about how the system works because it is pretty new, I think, to me at least. But what I do know is that as you gain reputation with them, as you gain favor with them by doing missions for them, you'll get better rewards for completing their missions. So, for example, Tianming, if I were to complete a mission for them, I'd have, this is the drop pool, right? I could get a Sharen, a Handao, and one of these things. And as they gained, so I think this is favor. So I think power might be different from favor. Favor might not even be the correct term, but I'm guessing power makes it more likely for them to have stations, have more stations, so it's easier for you to find places for them to barter with, at the very least. And yeah, so you can see there's a lot of factions, a lot of gear. This game, like, I've never seen any of this stuff. This is all new, which is very exciting. And some of these factions are new too, like Unchained Belt. Never heard of them. I haven't heard of Tinming, Guilty. Yeah, and even Testlon will reward you. So he actually, I guess, yeah. So I guess part of the story is that Testlon, even though I'm pretty sure it was an accident, even though we freed him accidentally, he's happy with us. So if we do his missions, he'll actually have a chance of rewarding us with these tier 2 rewards. But we're not gonna help him. He's evil, probably. I don't know. Is he actually any eviler than these guys? Who knows? Anyway, I don't want to dilly-dally too much because we're already almost half an hour into this video. So we're just going to do, so you can see these difficulty ratings and power concentration. I don't know what power concentration is. Hopefully, yeah, I don't think it's like a tooltip or anything for that. But we're going to do this one skull difficulty mission. Yes. So we're going to eliminate half the defenders for Adrian Kent. Yeah, so we're going to eliminate some SBN's folks. I believe you can, like, if you know the factions well enough, you can actually, like, know what types of armor and damage you can expect. I don't remember that much. I had like a notepad where I had that information, but it's long gone now, and it's probably out of date anyway. Yeah, so we're just gonna bring in one gun, some meds, and then we're gonna hit it. Oh man, I can already feel it. We're gonna lose this first operation. Oh, I should have read the briefing. I don't think the briefing usually means anything, but I think it would have been nice for you guys to hear it. But Jane's telling us 10 seconds until landing. As soon as a security service or PMC guarding Intercity TC realize that the battle is lost, they will retreat or lay down their arms. It is enough to destroy 50% of the combatants. If you think that you have enough strength and resources, you can explore this place. Apart from the capture, nothing else is included in the contract. That is, the customer will accept Intercity TC in any condition. Welcome to the world of healthy and fair competition. Okay, so you can see the teleset during the landing animation. I wish I had clothes or anything. Yeah, so this is the game. This is why you play Quasimorph. You can like look around at no action cost. You have 2 actions per turn in. So you have like 3 different movement types. Right now I'm in walk, which is the default, which gives you 2 action points, 2 actions for every one that most NPCs get. Although I want to say on Unfair, enemies do actually get 2 action points normally. I guess there's only one way to find out. But turning around is free, switching weapons is free. I believe opening your inventory is free as long as you don't do anything. Like if I were to drag this slot, it would cost an action. Yeah, there we go. Or if I was to like equip a weapon, that would cost an action, but just opening it and closing it doesn't. Yeah, so yes, you can see sprint, walk, and then sneak. Sneak I don't think makes you harder to find, but it does make it easier for you to find other people. Or enemies, specifically. But right now we don't need to sneak because we can see. So we're gonna like head up to the store in sneak mode. Okay, so there's 4 enemies in there at least, so we're gonna not go that way. Yeah, like the detection radius for sneaking is less than your vision, so if you can see, you don't need to sneak. So I guess in that sense, Snake makes you stealthier because you can see through walls and they can't. Took us some meds, which is good. Oh, Golden Star. I remember this stuff when I'd be at my grandma's place for like mosquito stings, but at Tarkov it eliminates pain, and it does that in this game too. Oh, actually, it doesn't eliminate pain. So this is actually a pretty big change. So like Escape from Tarkov, there's a pretty deep medical system where like there are a lot of different types of injuries, and different types of injuries require different types of medical items. This game took that a little too far, in my opinion, where it was just too confusing figuring out which medical item treated which wound. In this version, they actually tied the wound type to the damage type. So cold damage has a chance to apply frostbite. Shock damage has a chance to apply some sort of shock injury. Like blunt damage has a chance to apply fractures. Slash damage has a chance to apply bleeds. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Because again, I haven't experienced too much of this version yet. But yeah, so it looks like this Star Bomb heals frostbite, like cold injuries and shock injuries. I don't know why it also says frostbite minus 20%. And then we have Mustard Plaster, another way to heal frostbite wounds. Also causes pain, so I guess it hurts. Ooh, cloning control system. Naloxone is a painkiller, I believe. Yeah. Yes, I'll talk about pain. So pain, you can see in the bottom left corner, that's my current pain. If you go above your pain threshold, and in Francis's case, it's 10, you get stunned. Which is obviously really bad, because if you're taking pain, you're usually taking attacks. And getting stunned in the middle of combat is bad. I don't think I really need to tell you that, but yeah, managing your pain is a really, like, I would say in this game, the two most common ways to die is either you get like 1 or 2 shot by a really heavy hit, or you get stun locked because you just have so much pain. And painkillers like this naloxone will help with that. So I'm sneaking and I don't see anyone. I don't hear anyone behind this door. Okay, it's just the oven and the workbench, which is useless to me. So it looks like the only way we can go is down, which is where I didn't want to go because there were 4 or 5 enemies there. So you always want to make sure you open a door with 2 action points remaining. So if you only have 1 action point, you'll start combat with 1 action. It's basically like you stunned yourself. Okay, I forgot to open doors would cost me an action because I'm dumb. So you want to open the door when you have 1 action point left, I think. Will the enemies take an action after that? They might. This guy is punching, so I'm not too worried about him. This guy has a gun, clearly. Okay, so it's... Okay, so I'm going to shoot this guy with my... so my gun does piercing damage, or the caliber 797 is piercing. This guy has no piercing resist, so I definitely picked the right gun, because my other gun was the Storm TT that shoots 9mm, and 9mm ammo is blunt. So he would have resisted that damage a little bit. This guy should die, because he only has 18 health. Yeah. In fact, I wish this gun only had a single fire option, but it doesn't. Because 1 shot is for sure enough to kill him. So what I'm actually going to do is back up 1 step, and this guy will approach 1, 2, and then hopefully I can shoot this guy, and then get a collateral on this woman. Okay, that guy shot at me immediately, it turns out. Yeah, so I'm going to shoot this guy, hopefully one of the... right-clicked on the door by accident. So I'm going to not do what I was planning on doing. I'm just going to kill her. I'm going to walk up. I'm almost positive that I opened the door with my last action. The enemies will take a turn. Okay, so yeah, now, okay, at least this guy lined up for me. So he has 42 health, so this might not do it. No, 2 hits is 22. Yeah, he'll die. But one of them might live. Yeah, okay, so this guy lived. He has the shotgun. The Starlock. This is a shotgun. Which does cut damage. This guy has the land, which is blunt. And we have no armor. I don't know. So we have no armor. I don't know why I'm trying to compare what damage types they've got. At least we are evasive, at least, because we're completely naked to kill them. So I want this guy to. So if you're behind something, you have cover. So like I could move up to here and negate that cover because we'd both be adjacent to it, but that will get me shot. So what I'm going to do is back up to this piece of cover and have her expose herself, just like that. Or she's going to try to punch me because her gun is empty. I guess she has no reloads. Okay, so they have a speed of 3, actually, not just 2, which is terrifying. So normally I would try to back up more to fight, but there's just no cover. Because if they have 3 action points and they're here where I can't see them, they could go 1, 2, attack me. And if I have like an actual melee weapon, that could just kill me. But if I have a ranged weapon, I'm going to want to be in cover. And so far, it seems like they either have fists, which are not scary, or ranged weapons. So I'd rather be in cover. And guns are loud, so there's a pretty good chance there's still like more enemies. Just like that. And that guy actually did have a melee weapon, so we yikes. That's all I have to say about that one. So he took 30 damage. So this should kill. If it doesn't, he's going to hit me twice. Oh no, okay, so he's only 2 speed. So I guess more health, less speed, less health, more speed. That makes sense to me. So he'll only hit me once, which still isn't ideal, so hopefully this kills him. It should. There we go. Well, luckily we have 7 shots left. I'm gonna wait. A little more. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I just heard a door close, so we might not actually be good. Just gonna loot this real quick and put on the armor. 14 blunt resist, that's good. Because so far we've seen that a pipe is a melee weapon, and that's mainly what I'm worried about right now. So I'm gonna do a little bit more waiting, because we just heard the door close. I'm gonna guess it's that one, which probably means there's someone still in this room. Okay, I'm gonna wait one more turn cycle. Okay, well, the door just happened. I think I'm good to at least poke in. Okay, so it doesn't seem like they're alert. That's what it is. So there are people in there, but they're not alert. So I'm gonna reload. I can't reload because I forgot to bring ammo. Oh, no, I can reload. Oh, okay, yeah, so they're different ammo types. So right now I'm shooting standard 7.97 ammo. The AdCom guy, when I gave him the secret data, also gave me 7.97 AP, but the gun itself was loaded with 7.97 standard. I am going to take that reload anyway, I think, because I'd rather have a full mag, even though the 7.97 AP is worse, because these guys don't have piercing resistance. So I'm using more valuable ammo that does less damage. I forgot how you change ammo types, so forgive me. I'm going to open key bindings real quick. Okay, the option does not seem to be here. Okay, I guess we're just stuck with oh, there we go. I guess that's one way to do it. Yeah, so it's a 4-turn reload. It's slow. And I'm going to compare some of this armor. This is the same, but in much better condition. So earlier, we pointed out how opening your inventory doesn't take an action, and any inventory action consumes an action. Another quirk is that you can perform as much inventory activity as you want without closing it, and it'll only take 1 action. So I can take this guy's headband. I'm not going to. I know, it's cooler. Same armor. Like all this. I'm going to take his pipe. This is still just one action. Morphine. Nice. This is cut resistance. We did see a shotgun. I think I'll stick with this bloodhound cloth. I don't know why I dropped my AP ammo when I reloaded. And then we're going to recycle all this. And then we're going to drop it right now. Because again, it is a kilo, so every kilo you have reduces your dodge chance. I guess it's double. Your kilo reduces your dodge chance. Okay, so he saw me, and he has a knife, which he could throw it. I don't think he will. I'm gonna wait here. Slow. 54 health. That's a lot of health. So I'm actually gonna start backing up. Nice. 57 damage. I wonder why I did 57 damage. Is that because of a crit? Oh, hello there. That's a knife. He's 2 deep wounds, so he'll probably bleed out. So I'm just going to back up. Okay, he did die, but someone else showed up. The gun. A gun that's empty. It'll wait. Nope, he reloaded. Yeah, okay. If he had no ammo, like the other one that approached and tried to punch me, I would have whipped out this metal pipe and gone to town. Hey, watermelon. Weird finding watermelon on a moon wherever we are. Yeah, we're the sneakers. Pierce. Cares about Pierce. The land. Oh, that's good to know. That's new. The land is not a great gun, but it's actually so bad I'm just gonna take the ammo. I would like to not keep wasting this 797 ammo, but we don't have any ammo for this gun, the Galand. I mean, I'll take it. We got room. Lock zone, sure. Someone else just... Oh no, that was a door closing. Okay. So it looks like we're good for now. Oh, a shotgun. I will absolutely use that. So let's also snack, because our hunger meter is getting low. Satiety. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that it might seem weird to have a hunger meter in a game like this. It puts you on a clock for starters, because we've already gone through... I think Francis is 2,000 satiety. Is it 2,000? 2,400? I think it's 2,000. Yeah. So we've already gone through a quarter of our fullness. And remember those perks from earlier? When they trigger, it also consumes some of your satiety. So I guess none of them have triggered because I'm not using melee. Oh, this one did. Yeah, whenever an enemy misses me, I gain experience. Okay, this one does not cost satiety, but for example, cannibalism does. If you eat human meat, you'll. Okay, this is a bad example because you're also eating to trigger it. Carnage, here we go. If I kill someone with a melee weapon, this perk will trigger, giving me plus 50% damage. But it'll also cost me 50 hunger, and that is completely unavoidable. You can't not trigger perks if the trigger is met. So like if I kill someone with melee, I lose 50 food, even if I have no way to take advantage of the perk. Like let's say everyone's dead. Like if I get a bleed, I'm gonna lose 50 hunger. But staying full is important in this game. We're going to eat up, make some room in our inventory for this cool stuff. Yeah. So this ID card is one of those trade items I was telling you about, barter items. They usually stack up to 10 like this. I'm not going to take it right now because I don't think we're not in the get rich phase right now. We're in the get surviving phase, right? I want weapons, I want armor. I want to not have to go into a mission naked. Jeez, what kind of shirt is that? Who prints that pattern on a shirt? I should have stealthed. That was stupid. Maybe not that stupid. I'm going to guess everyone that was in this room moved to that one. So I want this for more research. Yeah, we can probably eat this. Yeah, this is... We'll waste 35 hunger, but that's fine. This is a crafting material. Again, we're not really in the crafting state. We're in the don't die. Don't die phase. I'm going to open this. Well, no, I want to make sure. There's no one there anyway, but I'm going to open this. Okay. Box. Class chip. Spaceborne ghosts. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I don't think I'm ever going to use this mustard plaster. So, if this were the old version of the game and not unfair, I could call and ask for evacuation because I just found a chip. They're going to say, no, you can't. Screw you. And I'm just going to say, yeah, that makes sense. Here's another cloning system control. I do want it, I think. I think I want to drop this pipe. Even though the pipe is honestly pretty decent. I don't need this water. I don't think I need the naloxone. I know I said it was a painkiller, but it's not a good one. It's just -2. I'd rather have something like this morphine, which is -5 per turn. Is it -5 per turn? I don't know. It's at least -5. It's gotta be -5 per turn. It's either -5 per turn or -5 over 10 turns, which is still probably better than just a flat -2. In fact, I'm going to put that in my quick slot and then grab this pipe. Lads. I'm going to drop that. If you see me drop items, it's just because it's easier for me to find them. Like if I left it in that trash can and I came back in this room looking for food, I might not remember I left it inside that trash can or whatever container it came from. So it's stealth time. No one there. Cool. So normally in the previous version, I would try not to open doors because that's usually how you aggro enemies. But it seems like unfair. If you make noise, that'll also aggro enemies anyway. Like if I were to aggro, like if I shot here, anyone here would probably hear it and start coming out at the door. Because like the logic of not opening doors was to minimize how many enemies I had to face. I could kind of control when I aggroed them, but that's I don't think that's possible anymore. And so how does that change my approach? I want to say that it basically just means that it doesn't matter which direction I go, really, in terms of like trying to be stealthy. No, actually, I would want to sneak up, see if I detect any enemies. If I don't, I think it's pretty safe to just open it. Okay, so there's nothing here. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's not, it's just some cable. It's not interactable. Okay, so it's a armor repair kit. Oh, it's just a toolbox. That's probably worth picking up. 65. I think that number on the top right corner, that yellow number with the arrow, is like how valuable it is on the market. Okay, that's an explosive barrel. That's not what I want to see in the direction when I'm going in that direction. Oh, that's very valuable. Oh boy. So these enemies probably don't deal cold or electric damage. So this is only useful to heal 20 health over 10 turns. That's probably still more valuable than this research disc, so I'm going to replace this toolbox with the research disc because it is 103 barter value, 103 value over 65 value. Oh, it's a dead end. Thank God I don't have to go towards that explosive barrel. So we're going to sneak again. Detect anybody. Check this box for some whiskey. That's good. I'll take it over. Now I'm probably going to drop the bomb star. I know I said I wanted meds and weapons, but that seems too valuable to just drop. Okay, that's an elevator to the second floor. Okay, so it looks like we just cleared out the first floor pretty easily. I know I just jinxed it, but so we head down. Now the mission, when you pick it, tells you how many floors there are. This is the final floor, so we should be able to kill just a few enemies and then extract. Ooh, another class chip. Phoenix Brigade. I'll drop this 9 mil. So another thing you can do is drop stuff when you know you're on the final floor. Because again, this stuff is heavy and it reduces your evasion. So like right now I have 22 minus 22% dodge chance. If I had this all, it would be like minus 40 dodge chance, minus 34 dodge chance. But because I have to extract here, I'm not going to be like, oh, I forgot to bring it back with me. So I'm just going to drop everything, basically. It means I can also go out and collect more loot. And then when I bring it back here for extraction, I can sift through it then. If that doesn't make sense now, it'll make more sense later. Assuming I don't die. Heart. It's just a heart. What? What the heck is going on in this station? Okay, so I'm going to do the stealth. Okay, so there's 2 enemies. Yeah, I'm going to open it up. Okay. Got acid, so I can probably shoot that. It should be control to control. Oh, it's shift. That's what it is. Yeah, I can shoot it with my shotgun and splatter whoever's there with the acid, and they'll probably kill them pretty easily. I got stuck by the desk. Let me try again. Nope. Okay. Unfortunate. This guy's in cover 2 because of this thing. That's actually really frustrating. And I'm worried about shooting this because it might splash onto me. This is actually kind of a tough spot because there could be enemies coming from here now that I made noise. I think I just back up. We're sprinting. Are they not following? They're not following. Interesting. I guess they thought the shotgun blast was a joke. So he has no cut resistance and 54 health. And this does... Okay, this gun sucks. It does 15 to 25 damage. I guess it has the backup gun trait. Plus 5% to crit for other equipped weapons. Oh, that is not how I thought that perk would work. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe and blast him with this. 37 and a deep wound. So he's 21 health or 17 health. He's bleeding. The bleed probably won't kill him fast enough, so I unfortunately gotta shoot him. Yeah, that hurt. It turns out there were 3 people in there. This guy's got a frog hoodie. Not hoodie, frog beanie. Yeah, I mean, they lined up for the SR-78, and we're going to go for the full auto. Try to get them all, because they lined up. Killed 2 of them. Not this guy. He's almost dead. He might actually bleed out. And I don't care about conserving this shotgun ammo. I'm just going to shoot him. Okay, the door just opened, so someone's going to be coming from down there. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to take cover here. Okay, they're the same. So I'm going to go for that guy because I did not mean to pull out of that. That was a waste of ammo. Yeah, and we're actually done with the mission. You can see I can call for evacuation now because this icon is blinking. I am in the middle of the fight, and I would like to finish up because I want to loot. A little bit of damage, but not too much because we're in cover. Oh, this guy's actually busting up the cover now for us. Oh, it's a Hydra. Hydra's not bad. Okay. 10 to 17, 10 to 7. Okay, apparently it's as good as the Galand now. I think it used to be better. Or maybe it's like a variant of the Hydra that I'm thinking of. Because this Hydra seems terrible. I think I'll just wait for them to keep shooting me. Let them keep shooting me. Oh, I guess there was stuff inside that locker. Because I don't want to waste my ammo. Okay, so she's out of ammo. We can do this. Okay, yeah. This guy's also out of ammo. Cool. If this is the last room, then we're actually just done, which would be nice. This alcohol package is only 49. That can't be right. Yeah, so that was the mission, I think. I mean, again, it's maybe a little too early to call it, but... So there is still more. Oh yeah, we're also infected, which is a little annoying. I don't think we have a clean way to cure it. The naloxone might have dealt with infections. Okay, apparently it doesn't. Crash. Hey, Red Bull. There's more enemies. I think I'm just gonna play it safe and just get out with what I have because I am infected with. I don't think I have a way to clear it. I'm gonna do some recycling, see if I can get some materials. Skin, love it. Oh, what? Who opened a door? Oh, it must have been there. Oh, maybe they're still coming after me. That is no bueno. I'll take cover there again. And wait a few turn cycles. Okay, it looks like they were just wandering. I don't think I need rubber as much as I need rags and plastic right now. Also want this ammo. I know I dropped some of this ammo earlier, but... Yeah, the Hydra. 12. It must have gotten nerfed, or like again, maybe there's a different version I'm thinking of. Oh, this can rapid fire. I can shoot 4 bullets at once. That explains it. I probably want that. Probably want that more than this food, at least. I mean, this is probably a lot. I have no idea how much food's in there, and if I open it, I can't put it back in. So what we're going to do is just... I'm going to assume it's more than 500 calories worth of food in there. What is this? Robot parts. Don't need that. We got poppy straw here, yeah. I've never actually crafted an emission before, or if I have, it was like once. So I can craft bandages. And bandages are good. I'm gonna craft one and see how long it takes. Okay, it doesn't seem like it takes any time, so I'm gonna craft 4 more. And then craft it. Did I drop my splint? I did not. Okay. I'm gonna craft some splints too. And this is what I want the rags and plastics for. It's for these meds. These ooh, that's a lot of shells. I do want shells. I don't want the Starlock. Wear the frog beanie. So I do want this plastic. Plastic over what though? Oh, I can reload this. I can drop this 6 bullets. I'm not going to find more AP for a while, I don't think, so it's just going to be a stack of 6 that I can't use. What is rubber? Oh, great. Maybe I am going to use that 6 ammo, actually. Let's let him get closer. Okay. Oh boy, that took a turn for the worse. No, it's a land. Okay, so I'm going to kill this guy. Move into cover, force those guys out of cover. Okay, turns out you can see me, but that's fine. They didn't line up the way I wanted them to. Slow. No, they are going to line up if I wait. Yeah, do that. Perfect. Just being efficient with my ammo. Okay, so what did rubber... So do I need rubber for any of this? Nah, not really. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna... Oh, that guy looked like he had something... armor. I was a little too hasty on that. I thought I checked everybody. More 9mm. Recycle that. Recycle that. Not a lot of plastic. I mean, yeah, they're here. Is there anyone else in here? It doesn't look like it. Oh man, I want that too. Extra balloon. Do I have these perks? Oh, I do. Nice, athletics level 2. Goodbye, Red Bull, or Red Deer. Food. Okay, no one here. Okay, so that was the entire level. Oh man, another research. So I do value the research over the barter value at least. Give me that Miami Punch. Scanner. We're done, right? Yeah. The scanner would reveal part of the map, but there's nothing to reveal. And you would use these batteries to power it, among many other things. Man, do I keep the batteries? Because the batteries could, like, there are auto docks, which are stations like these that kind of look like beds, and you do use batteries to power them, which is useful. But I'm gonna be greedy and leave them behind. Like, this mission went pretty well, and we didn't do anything too crazy. got the ammo. Research station. We'll keep the cloth, I think. We don't need the... So like that, I want to say. Like, it's really just a question of like, what do I want to break into the next mission? Like, I want the morphine. I want these meds. The bandages, the splints, the first aid kit. And can I make room for this? Because this should be ideally a good amount of food. I have no idea how much food's in here. I think 2 cloning stations should be enough. And then we have these chips. Okay, I'm gonna unload this. And then take the chips. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna do it. Oh, and then I call it evac, mission complete. Very terse, is that the word? Very glib? Maybe Jane's angry at me. Now we can take this and evacuate. And that, my friends, all half dozen viewers, subscribers I have, that's Quasimorph. So Jane is telling me employees of SBN have already digitally signed the declaration of sale of the asset to Daydream Chems. So now Daydream Chems owns this station or city or whatever. We elegantly handled the acquisition deal. The customer was satisfied and the reward has already been transferred to Magnum. Yep, so we get a spit, a toxic needle gun, we get some chemtrail ammo. Those acid barrels I was talking about earlier about wanting to blow up. They actually have chemtrail ammo in them too, I want to say. I didn't grab any because I didn't think I was going to have a gun that used chemtrail. And I've never actually used a chem weapon. I've used a good amount of energy weapons, but not chem weapons. And we also get a basic item chip for composite minor workwear. And we can see how much power Daydream Chems gained and how much power SBN lost. And I really think I prefer SBN over Daydream Chems from a reward perspective. So a little bit unfortunate, but I couldn't be too choosy about which missions I took. Yeah, SBN has some of the cool energy guns, and Daydream Chems, I guess, is the chem faction. It's in the name. Anyway, before we close out this video, I think I'll just do a little bit of inventory management. I'm going to use these chips. Oh, we got a production license for the Flash. What's the Flash M? The Flash is the energy handgun. Don't know what the Flash M is. Or maybe it was always called the Flash M and I just wasn't paying enough attention. Unfortunately, I don't think I can access the crafting menu. Because I need... I keep pressing escape and that kicks me out of this. Well, looks like it's... Okay, so it looks like there's like the little yellow plus. That means I can unlock... I can modify operative parameters for operative chips. I do not know what that means. We are going to research it. This is a list of clone development projects. Here you can choose a clone of the operator whose chips you unlocked and improve its characteristics or even change their personal perk. Huh. That's cool. Keep in mind that the price of development is growing exponentially and the number of projects is limited. So Kenzie, oh, whoa. Oh, it requires some of these. That's really cool, actually. Wow. This is big. This is really cool. This is a completely new system. Yeah, it's a new way to progress. New form of meta progression, and I'm always for that. Especially if it's as cool as that. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with it because I am poor. I was hoping I could use these research stations to unlock the crafting menu, but that is unfortunately not on the table right now. And I'm actually not 100% sure what lets us craft. Fly. Ah, it's the conveyor. Okay, we never found whatever item that is. So I'm not going to be able to figure out what the flash am is, unfortunately. We're also going to just open this. It barely barters for anything, and it's that's like nothing. That's totally not worth it. Oh well. At least we got this gun, and it has a lot of ammo, which is really nice. So this will be really useful. I think. I think I'm gonna bring it in as a backup gun on the next operation. But until then, take it easy, because that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.